So today I'll be showing you guys some of the cool new features that I've been working on, that the whole team has been working on for the last month or so. You still can't hear me speak? Can you hear me talk at the moment? Okay, sweet. Okay, cool. So let's get right into it. So you better get used to my face because you'll be seeing it the entire stream. First of all, I'll be showing you guys the prologue of the game, as you all know it or might not know it already. So let's begin. You should be able to see the game in a moment. Okay, so everything still normal like you guys know it. Then let's start a new game. Also nice snow in the forest. Oh, I'm gonna fix that bug. So the intro is as you already know it. Also excuse the mouse pointer just now. So we don't need the bell mechanics explained. You all know how EndCycle works. If you don't, go ahead, comment, then I'm gonna explain it. But as you can already see, when you pause the game, when the new update that's coming, you can see what effect your attacks do. So like at the bottom, you can see, for example, Divine Shield raises all attributes and heals. This is super useful for like the first few battles where some of you didn't know what the attacks did. Also, you'll notice that if we let our strike gauge fill a bit, you can see beside the VOC itself how many bars it uses just based on the image itself. So you can see that like on the Divine Shield you have 4 bars, whereas beside the cannon you have 1 bar. And you might notice a new chip, a new attack called Chipper. Now, you don't see any bars beside Chipper, and you guys can already think why that is. It's a so-called level 0 VOC that you guys suggested to me. And Chipper can be used at any point during the battle without any additional cost to your strike gauge at the top. Whereas when you use any other normal attack, you would use up some. Also, while you use level 0 VOCs, you can your bar actually fills up as you use them. Yeah, so that's one of the cool new things we've been working on. Let's finish him off real quick. Another thing that you might have noticed is that the crush bar on top of the HP bar looks a bit different because it's black now and it fills with red, because before it was very hard to notice when you crushed an enemy. So now you can notice very easily when is the enemy gonna be crushed. Also, new players might have an easier time noticing the bar. Okay, so right now you can see the interior of Finn's home, which has been redesigned by our background artist Gizla, which is also in the chat right now. Say hello to Gizla. He's the Akara, yeah. So that's also one of the new things that we've been working on. And I think this pretty much covers the main modifications to the gameplay and story as far as the whole campaign goes. So we didn't change much the last month. Okay, I messed up a little. There shouldn't be a closet here because we changed that to a coat hanger. But it's not in the game yet because I forgot. I'm sorry, guys. Otherwise, yeah, the interior looks a bit different. You can see it's the colors pop more. The wood is a different color and the walls have been completely redone. Yeah. So let me show you guys something a little bit more exciting, which is very hype. Let me switch real quick. Ah, yes. There we go. So, as you may or may not have heard, we have started to work on something called bell runs. Bell runs are bells which don't take up just a single screen, but are bigger, where as you move along, you can see, whereas you move along the battlefield, enemies will come your way, you will encounter enemies on this giant field, and the camera will move with you. So let's just test this very first bell run that I made. Okay, so here we can see that right behind these Bombarbras, you can see a door, which you cannot destroy at all. It blocks your shots, and yes, pretty much it opens up once you have defeated all the enemies in this little area here. So it's just these two Bombarbras in this case. Also, while I fight, I am of course not gonna be able to focus on chat a whole lot. I'm very good at this game. Will not using level 0 attacks increase your score? Yes, that we did not consider that yet, but that's a very cool idea. We're gonna talk with the team about it. Okay, one down, one to go. Okay, cool. So, as you can see, the door unlocks itself, and we're granted access to a loot box. Now, the loot box healed us, and ouch, I'm being attacked. And it gave us another, for every loot box you collect, the amount of things that you get at the end of the bell increases. So your goal in a bell run should be to collect as many loot boxes as you can. Before you saw that there are 2 available paths. I'll be showing off one of them, just so you guys can explore the other all by yourself. Okay. Also, you might notice a bit of a layering issue with the enemies if they stand behind each other. That's a bug that the bell runs have at the moment. I'm also gonna fix that, of course. Let's go. Okay. Come on. Oh yeah. Greed's down. Now, what you might also have already noticed is that the images for the attacks have changed completely. Now they show off what the attack does more exactly. Oh, and what some of you guys have also probably noticed is that if you use sword, you no longer teleport to the enemy, but if you use it, you actually rush ahead and attack him directly. Okay, so let's finish him off. Cool, door unlocked. Let's defeat this couch real quick. These kinds of panels will sometimes appear in battle runs. They're pretty easy to deal with. You just move diagonally. God damn it. Okay. And the couch is down. Okay. Okay, don't throw the grenade down there. You can maybe see him. There's like a little Neo down there that threw a grenade at me. Sometimes you'll see panels like these, which belong to the enemy. You won't be able to cross these, but these usually lead to secrets that you can find during the battle run. So, how to unlock that? It's easy. You just take area grab lock and you take over the panel. And we've gained access to this loot box here. Okay, let's keep moving. Another loot box. That's awesome. Okay, just gotta defeat those couches. Ah, god dang it, I got stunned. Oh man, I hope I don't die. It's one of the most difficult areas in this spell run. Because the couches keep stunning you, and because you have to watch out that the Bombarbara bomb drop doesn't get you. Okay, got them. I just gotta get the Bombarbara. Diagonal movement might be a good thing to explain in game. We're explaining diagonal movement with fields like these, where you won't be able to cross them unless you move diagonally. Okay, cool, door unlocked. So just one more left to go. At the bottom you'll see the other route that I could have taken. Okay, for some reason the door just unlocked now, so I'm gonna rush this. Let me go. And once you reach the finish line, you'll be able to, yeah, just finish the bell run. You'll gain way more data for bell runs than for normal things. Yes, and here we can see all the loot that we collected from the loot boxes. So here we get a cannon plus, which is the highest upgrade that a cannon can have. It's level 3, so also 3 bars can be seen. Then a level 1 speed up, that's a mod. If you guys don't know what mods are, I can explain them if you want to. And the replenisher item. Items don't have an image yet, I'll also be implementing that soon. Okay, and now comes a maybe interesting feature that some of you guys never saw coming. Wait, let me just read your chat for a moment. B2. Yeah, not two only rewarded speed. Oh, Bell Network 2, okay. I think. Yeah. In any case. So, a feature that you guys might not have seen coming is that in the future, I can't promise that this feature will be delivered with the coming update, but you'll be able to make your own bell runs. And you'll be able to share them with others as well. To make one, it's super simple. You just move around the field as you would normally. And if you hold Alt on you'll have to make the bell runs with your keyboard. But in this mode, you can basically see which panels are occupied by the enemies. You can also see an FPS counter down below, just in case that some bug takes up super much FPS, then you can tell me that, and I'll fix it. So, if you press Alt, you can create new fields around yourself and make your own path if you want to. You can also place enemy by just moving your mouse and clicking somewhere on the field. For example, let's create a fin. That's us. Hello there, my friend. Okay, you can also change the who you spawn by just scrolling. So for example, if you want to place, I don't know, a turret, you just switch to the turret by scrolling and you'll place a turret. You can also rotate them if you right click them and change the way they're facing at the beginning. Now some enemies might turn to you automatically, but I'm not sure which ones will. Maybe I'll implement a sort of feature that will make it possible for you to decide if an enemy can turn or not. Now let's say we have placed this door. The door should automatically detect if you placed enemies in front and if they're still alive, and once they die it will automatically unlock itself. You can also place loot boxes by just scrolling and finding the loot box item and placing it anywhere you want to. Now if you hold shift, you can also move on panels where you would normally not be able to move. You can move up, down, left, right, wherever you want to go. Oh, whoops, I'm spoiling you guys about the bell run. And once you have decided that you want to end the bell run, all you have to do is place the finish line, which is this orange thing here. Now, at the moment, I've still placed it only by code, so I can't place it for you guys to show off. But when you make a bell run yourself, you'll be able to place it anywhere you want to. And yeah, that's pretty much the new features that are coming at you in the coming update. Do you guys have any questions? Do you guys have anything you want to contribute? Any feedback to the whole game? Otherwise, I also have one last feature that I'm gonna show you guys. No questions? Okay, sweet. Then let's get to the last feature that I want to showcase during this Q&A. So, here you'll see in a moment. Yeah, there we go. Let me just move my face over here where it won't disturb as much. You can see our inventory. If you've ever customized your Vox in the Dream Garden, you know how it looks like. But we've completely changed what kind of attacks there are in the game. Now, some attacks you might still recognize, like the cannon, Or for example, Spreader. This is one of the newer attacks that were included with the last update. At least the last update back at the beginning of July. You also know Sword and probably Heal, Blocker. But as you can see, we completely redesigned all of the images for the attacks. So you can see that they look completely different than they did in the game that you guys still have. You can see, for example, that that debuffs are now with symbolized with a pink background, purple background, whereas buffs are always with a yellow background. Heals are always a green background, and normal attacks have a red background. Now we also implemented level 0 walks, you guys know that, but we've implemented so many more attacks since the last build, and most of them are completely brand new and completely changed the way that the game will be played. Now I don't want to spoil you guys about all of these attacks, because I bet you want to try them out yourself and find them by yourself. So all that I'm really gonna do, well, wait, I already explained how the images works. I don't think I have anything left to explain really from the new build. Aside from that, you might see sometimes you might see a variation of an attack where you might notice the shape of one roll. So for example, a green heart is always guard, but sometimes you might see something like with Divine Shield. Now Divine Shield itself is a heart with a yellow background, which means that it is primarily a heal, but it also has the effects of a buff. So depending on which attack, which color with the symbol in the background, what kind of mix there is, it basically tells you what the attack itself does. Yeah, that's pretty much all I had to showcase for this month's Q&A. Do you guys have any more things that you want to see from the new build, or that you want to see fixed in the coming updates of the game? I'm gonna wait just a little, just in case you guys can come up with something. You can still also modify the attacks as you could always. Also, the library has been redone to actually only feature attacks that one can obtain, because before there was a little bug where attacks that one could not obtain yet were in the library. We fixed that too. Yeah. Divine Shield is Deviant Shield. Yeah, I don't know if that wasn't clear or not. Yeah. Otherwise, I can also maybe showcase one of the new. It would be nice to put the same attack in 2 slots. Oh, so you mean that like when you add an attack somewhere, that it basically gets removed from your inventory and put into your pack? Oh yeah, that could work really well. I'll talk to the team about it, and we'll see how we can implement that. So an attack button could do the same thing on all 3 pages. Oh yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. Cool suggestion, thanks. Yeah, then do you guys have more suggestions? I mean, I'm not sure if it would be that useless, because you might see it as useless because it's like you waste 3 slots on one attack, but at the same time, if someone wants to use the same attack on all 3 things without switching, it could be kind of useful. Oh yeah, okay. Okay then, do you guys have any more questions before I close off the stream? Also, are you guys excited for the for you being able to make a bell run yourself? Because I know the way I played was having 1 page be single target and the second page be AoE. Heal button on both. Oh yeah, that would be cool. But I would make it that in order for that to work, you would need to have 3 heals. So like, every time you put a heal into your inventory, it would actively take away 1 of your heals in exchange for that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna close the game here real quick and just switch to my giant face, I guess. Hi guys. Making and sharing the bell runs, which should be fun. Yeah. The bell run functionality with the whole sharing should be implemented next month with the online multiplayer as well. I would have showcased the online multiplayer today, but I didn't really prepare it that well, so I'll be showcasing it next month and maybe playing with you guys already, hopefully. So I'll be working, the whole team will be working really hard on the game, and I hope you guys support us in any way possible. Follow us on Twitter, subscribe us on YouTube, and also share our stuff if you can, if you want to. We'd appreciate it. Thanks. Also, go follow our Patreon. We still don't have many supporters, but every support counts, and if any of the Patreon supporters are currently watching, you guys are the best. You're awesome. Thank you. Okay. Oh, one last question, I guess. Go ahead. Ugh, this delay is weird. Come on. I wonder if that the I got one refers to I got a question or separate menu buttons from it. Yes, definitely. So LD Destroyer suggested separate menu buttons from attack buttons. We'll also be implementing that. In the coming build, you'll be able to map all actions separately. So like menu actions will be able to be mapped separately from the attack buttons themselves. Yeah, so I'll look forward to it. I'm not sure if we'll be able to implement the whole action button thing until the next update, but we're definitely looking into making it as soon as possible, because it's weird to have those buttons be also cancel and select in the menus. I know you guys, I know your worries. Also, you can join our Discord group. I'll be posting all the relevant links in the chat in a few moments. And thank you guys for attending. It was awesome. Had fun. So, see you guys.